Hi guys, this is Starcraft. The Climax is here. Are you ready to climax with me? It's going to be best versus BTS as part of the final set of ASL S19 round of 24 Group C. We will have a break after this and we'll resume with Group D, E, and F next week. But for the time being, let's enjoy a nice epic showdown. Will Best finally make it out alive, or will BTS produce one of the biggest upsets this round of 24 of ASL has witnessed? We shall see. The two players will be duking out on the map Deja Vu. Let me just quickly show you the player card because I think now they're gonna start to show the girls, so no one is interested in that. So let's show the player card. So here are the relevant, facts about the contestants. First is Best Do Jae-wook, excuse me, born on the 6th of October 1989 and height 179. What does it say? Yeah, I think that is Best's name, ASL something. There's a girl, a Western girl in the crowd. So this is the information for Best. He's been in every single ASL so far. He's insanely consistent. And he's been in the semi-finals at least once. The latest was ASL 2015. And as for BTS, this is a new kid on the block, but a very, very, very tough kid to beat. So let's see how these two players will be coming out with here. Looks like Best is scouting very early. He doesn't want to get surprised by any kind of crazy shenanigans like a 4-pool, as we saw in the previous game yesterday. It's going to be a Forge opening. I like the positioning of that Forge a little bit back to provide for some cannon coverage in the case of 3-hatch Hydralisk Bust. So that's what we have going ahead of us here. The map is Deja Vu. To have this map, before that I will show you Best's face. So just marvel at that when I look for the map. Deja Vu is here, 4-player map. And let's take a look at the win rate. But before that, let's see if this probe can successfully deter that drone from expanding. Looks like he didn't even attempt to do so. So that's interesting. Anyways, for Protoss player here, the map stats. So Deja Vu, it is slightly better for Protoss overall, comparatively speaking. But in absolute term, it's still slightly Zerg favored. So that's what we have. And for the last thing, let us review the performances of these two players recently. And then we will dive right into the game. So first of all, here are Elo scores in absolute terms of the best. Broodwar players at best is number 5. As you can see, he's right behind Speed, who's already qualified, Soki, Flash, and Snow. Of course, Snow and Soki already qualified. They are part of the top 4 finishers from the previous season, and Flash is not playing due to wrist injury. So Best is currently very strong. Of course, Barracks is right there together with Rain, who qualified already. Light, Queen, and JWJ have yet to prove themselves this round of 24. They have to wait until next week. And here are the win rates. First of all, those are the absolute Elo scores once again. Here are the win rates. So Best against, what do we see? Against, excuse me, I have a lapse of concentration there. Against Terran is 69%. And BTS against Protoss is 56. Wow, what a Protoss killer this guy is. Of course, his Elo scores is much worse than Best's Elo score, so that is something telling in itself. But still, I think it kind of explains why BTS was so strongly positioned in the previous game between these two players. Alright, let's put the stats away. Let's put all the photos away. Should I show you a photo of BTS? Sure, why not? Let me show you the close-up photo of BTS because I don't think you know it yet. So here is your favorite player BTS, or aka True, aka Alone. Where is he? There he is. He's very, Korean looking, right? He's very Korean. You cannot get more Korean than that. But that's that. Anyways, the first Zelle start to come out because he wanted to make sure that the Zerg player makes some Zerglings. What is the tech inside of BTS base? I did not check because I was showing you all these random stuff. Looks like 3-hat Hydras is the name of the game. Of course, it's not the deal breaker. Best can still survive, especially when he's got his cannon in this position. He can cover for that Forge. So the Forge will be able to finish the upgrades. I hope. Unless, Best to go for some crazy stuff to try to snipe the cannon. Looks like Best is stopped his Zealot in the middle of the map. But BTS has not produced additional Zerglings because he's waiting for Hydra. So there's no need to make anything else. But we will have two Zealots to come out now. And the question is, which way would it go? right? Will go directly towards the front, which then they will see the Zerglings, but I think BTS will be smart enough to not produce anything from the third hatchery. Any Hydras from the third hatchery will produce it from these two hatcheries and produce those Hydras last. Anyways, one Zergling is almost dead, but Best's gonna try to attack now. 2 Zealot is good enough to try to deter the drone from mining. We're gonna be having, what is this? Is that additional hatchery? Already BTS is coming up to 4 hatcheries. Drones are looking outwards. They're gonna try to run away. Does one drone get sniped? No, they don't die. Zealot will start to attack, and the Hydras reveal themselves. Best will try to snipe a Hydra. Will he get a Hydra? He doesn't get the Hydra. He will try to chase it. He will try to get a drone. It looks like BTS Micro is not up to par here. He needs to send one Zealot to attack the other Hydras. He's trying to get some Zerglings first. Attack the Hydras. The Hydras is so damaged. He's going to try to get it. He's not able to get it. He would try to get some Zerglings, and that's it. But behind his Best is able to make a cannon. I hope he gets some Zerglings, and that's not really what we wanted. Those cannons really cover for the Forge. So Best has built the perfect positioning of those cannons so the Forge will not fall under any circumstances. I don't know, because a lot of Hydras getting produced, though. We will have a hidden Zealot trying to come out and waiting for the right moment to attack. So let's see if we can slip that Zealot in. For the timing, he's going to try to snipe an Overlord. He cannot successfully do so. So these Hydras could push the Corsair back. Very, very, very unfortunate for Best not to hide this Corsair a little bit better, because he's going to get attacked into the shield. He loses the first shield, 90 out of 100 shield now. So that's going to be a slight problem, because you need everything you can get to make sure that, you know, that Corsair lives for the longest possible. He might lose that Corsair, man. The Zealot comes inside the main, though. The Zealot will start to attack against the Hydras while the Corsair takes care of the Overlord. But no, the Zealot cannot get anything done. He sees that his enemy has produced even more Hydras. He needs to make super crazy amount of cannons. He's gonna make 3 more cannons, and it looks like BTS was not successful in hiding those Hydras. And now the Hydra's gonna start to stream across the map. I think he's gonna try to snipe the first cannons and try to snipe the Forge. But now the cannons are completed. BTS is also on a ticking bomb here. He need to attack soon before the cannons complete. There are 4 Zealot. Now there are 5 cannons. Templar Archive coming up. So I think it's going to be impossible. The Hydras are waiting. Best need to react perfectly. Looks like this Overlord's going to get sniped. The Zealot's going to pull out just the right moment. He pulls back. It's going to be the Zealot. He's going to snipe the first cannon. He will snipe the second cannon, but more replacement cannons will come through. There's still one more cannon in the back. It looks like BTS get pushed back. Half of the battle has been won by Best already. The gateway will fall very, very quickly. This Overlord will fall. Will BTS get supply block? I don't think so, because he's, well, 46 out of 6. What is it? 760. So it's going to be still just fine. The Zealot's going to attack, and Best is not responding. Looks like that Force is going to get attacked upon, but I think by now the upgrade is complete. Zealot with leg is done. So he will be able to maybe come out one more time. He's got to wait for that cannon to complete. The cannon is almost complete. The moment the cannon complete, you need to come out to attack, because the cannon is going to get targeted upon by the Hydralisk. You need to attack right now. So many Hydras are coming out. You need to attack. He will need to cannons come out. Attack now before the Hydras dive in. Attack. Best's not responding. He comes, so he saves his cannon. He said his cannon. That cannon is still alive. The cannon spawn. The Force is it complete. The upgrade is done. The upgrade is done, so those that don't have the +1 weapons, just in the right nick of time here. But the game is still going on. This course is doing a lot of damage, and more Hydras coming out with those cannons complete on time. That's going to be the question, because now so many hatcheries. This is Best. This is BTS' favorite build or what? Because he's coming out of 5 hatcheries, and he just making a crap tons of Overlords. But now I think the Corsair was sniped. Best was not careful enough to save his Corsair. The Corsair is still there, excuse me. I was going to say it died, but no, it's still there. So Best sees the full situation. He knows his enemy has switched back to attack here. Will the Hydras come in? I don't think they will. I don't think they can. But they will at least just come out here and try to contain the enemy. I think Best might want to cancel one of his cannons. He canceled 2 cannons. I think... anyways, the Overlord is gonna fall. No, the Overlord doesn't fall. If that Overlord falls, that will be disastrous, because the Dark Templar can come out and all sorts of crappy situation can happen to the Zerg player. But anyways, High Templar is gonna cast a Storm from the high ground. Beautiful Storm here, and slow reaction from BTS to lose those Hydras. If the Corsair can coordinate the attack with the Zealots, he can snipe that Overlord, which means Dark Templar can start to flood out to the field. The Corsair is returning. You can see it in the minimap. Need to be careful not to, you know, meet up with the come on, you knew that those forces were there. Why did you even try to do it like that? I don't know. But anyways, the game will go on, and there is going to be a switch to Spire. BTS loves Mutas. Did you know it? A word on the block, this guy loves Mutalisk. So that is going to be something. I'd say that Best just, he's going to be going for Dark Archon again. That's fine. We need to find a way to trap those Mutalisks successfully, because in the previous game, you saw that his enemy went for only 5 Mutalisks to attack, and then just wait for the time moment or the prime moment to come back, and he's expanding once again. And this is BTS just loves his build. He just knows exactly what to do. Of course, against a seasoned Protoss player like Snow or Mini, he might have, a lot of difficulties, but he's doing so far, doing okay against Best. And let's see, there's going to be another Corsair. I would prefer for Best to start to amass Corsairs and stop with this stupid Archon build. Anyways, Zealot's gonna try to get inside the main. There are nothing here. Zealot's get right past the Hydras. There's what in front? There's a single Hydras. Okay, there are two Hydras. He's gonna try to surround the Hydras. Maybe he gets one Hydras. No, he's not able to get it. Some Zealot is gonna go inside the main. He needs to send one Zealot to attack that weak Hydras and send the rest to attack the drones. He gets how many drones? He gets 0 drones. He's gonna try to get more. At least if we get the drone that is on gas on the next wave attack, if we can force a cancellation on that hatchery, this side of the map is going to be great here. Looks like the Corsair sees a mouthful of things. Those Zealots are just a mere distraction, but now there's going to be a cancellation on this hatchery. And that's a lot of hatchery. Looks like BTS knows what he knows best, which is freaking goddamn fastest map. He comes out, come on, you need to focus attention on sniping the hatchery and not attacking this base. This base got no value, but these Zealots are still doing a lot of good damages. They start to attack. It looks like BTS is falling apart. He's falling apart. Zealot need to be micro a lot better, and Best APM is actually not that good, 300 only, but he will snipe a hatchery, which is good, but he loses every single Zealot. He loses every single Zealot, which is going to be a problem because the next battles, he will need those Zealots. But anyways, it's going to be Observatory. This hatchery will fall. The Zealot will be able to go back. And nice small victory by Best. The Corsair will need to save itself. Do not run around anymore. The Corsairs now know that they are mutualists in the air because the Zealot provide vital information. Once again, BTS go for the same build. 5 mutas. The same freaking goddamn build he's been going for. The Corsair will run back, and yeah, he's not wasting his Archon just yet. He's gonna be waiting for the primal main. Another expansion. BTS just knows his build. He's got the only one build in his book, and he's doing it again and again and again. Let's see how Best is gonna be able to react. I think he need to expand now. Those Dragoons get trapped. Oh my god, they're trapped hard. And now we have lurkers, and actually now Best is going to be on the low ground. Keep in mind, Deja Vu, this map, you're going to be on the low ground. You can take your 3rd base, sure, but you cannot take the 4th base without getting on the high ground. Anyways, lurkers on the high ground now. We have the Archon waiting for it. Of course, he needs to not waste his Archon on the mutas. Alright, he will get at least one storm. Need to storm. What is he doing? There's a unit right there. I need to use only one storm. He does go for the one storm. Looks like the lurkers go through. There's gonna be some nice attack. Where are the observers? There's an observatory, but I don't know if he made observers or not. For the timing, he's gonna expand, and you can see the next has already gone up. He needs to pull back. He loses a Dragoon. He loses yet another Dragoon. Very nice micro-intensive moves by BTS. This guy is so micro-oriented. He's just so good with his micro. But now let's see if BTS is able to successfully cut off his enemy's army into half. He's gonna try to do so. Looks like a single lurker comes to Dragoons to attack. He doesn't get that lurker. He needs to storm correctly though. Looks like they're gonna come. He needs to storm. He storms a lurker. He needs to storm one more. Does he have energy or not? He storms. He gets the lurker destroyed, which is good. But next lurker comes to it. It's gotta be the lurkers will follow. Where's the observer? He's got an observatory, but he's not making the observers now. He makes the observer. The Archon needs to do a maelstrom, but maybe he doesn't have energy. I don't know. He's got enough energy for the maelstrom. He needs to go for the maelstrom. He needs to go for the maelstrom. He's got the energy. He does go for the maelstrom. He's waiting for the right moment. He's waiting for his items to arrive. The cannon is online. He will destroy that last lurker, and he's gonna finish up the rest of the Hydra. So this push has been repelled. Very nicely done by Best. And he traded effectively, but now Zerg is on 4 bases, so the game will move towards the late stage now. BTS need to think about the next stage, which is gonna be Hive Tech. 2 more Hydra is gonna cast a storm. Need to cast beautiful storm. The Hydras have overcommitted, and even Archon was saved out of salvage out of those Hydra. So very great. And now Best is on full motion. BTS with his early game weird ass build shenanigans is repelled, and now the better player will triumph. What's his Corsair doing? I don't know, but anyways, Best is great to attack. Of course, the Archon has exhausted all of the energy. Needs to be careful because Zerg is infamous for the backstab moves. While Best goes to, he might lose a base, something like that. And it's going to be a nice attack. Very good for the Hydras to pull back. Dragoons need to gain a high ground advantage. Need to storm one more. Great storm. The Hydras gets pushed back hard. There might be even one more storm. He's waiting for it. He's pushing. Those drones are moving over. And now Best knows that there's a base. I can send 2 Zealots. And that will be just enough to kill that base. But he's trading. He's losing some of the Zealots to his own storm as well. So not very good. Just send some Zealot to this base, man. You cannot win the game right now because just 8 hatcheries pumping full of hydras is very strong, but he will storm more. He will more storm. He will storm. What is he doing? He's waiting. He doesn't have energy. He can morph into Archon. He's going very far. I don't know for what. GG from BTS. And the miracle has stopped. Best will qualify together with Barracks in a round of 16. If you enjoyed this cast so far, please buy me coffee and join these beautiful gentlemen over here to get customized, personalized shout outs and AI generated photo. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.